welcome back. I'm Kay. These are my intrepid players. Say hello, everybody. Give it a wave.
Hello.
Hello.
Bill would like to head up to Rail and request that he could take the kobold into, one of the rooms away from all the citizens. And he's basically going to say to Rail, give me a few minutes with this kobold, and we should keep this away from the civilians here, lest they get more afraid.
No problem. Do you want me to just stand guard by the room, or do you need any assistance?
Yeah, if you can stand guard, if you have some sort of manacles to keep its hands away, that'd be great.
Okay. Knowing from what we know of the church, we know that there are the back rooms over.
I'll say that there's easily enough a back room, sort of like a vestigial, where most of the priests' sort of like garments and accessories for ceremonial rituals are kept. I'll say you sort of like drag the kobold back into there, Quill. Are you locking the door behind you? Are you shutting the door behind you, I mean?
I would close it, but wouldn't necessarily lock it.
Cool.
So, with the kobold in front of me...
Yeah, yep. My main question is this. Are you making any effort to bind the kobold, or are you letting him sort of like sit free?
No, so I wouldn't bind his hands or anything like that if there's no manacles or anything.
Incredible.
I do have some rope on me,
on.
just to say.
I will say this: 3 minutes have already passed so far. It will take an extra minute to bind it.
As everyone's doing that, I want to, as soon as we would have been huddled up in the church,
yes,
you would have seen Vilka like starting to move around the pews, to block the view of the windows a little bit, but he's also making some kind of pile of the pews, like at the center of the church, with all the wooden stuff he can find.
Easy enough. I'll say that you sort of like spend some time doing that. A couple of the villagers begin to help you, those who've got a little bit more strength about them.
I want to make sure that I grab the mask, if I can grab the dragon mask of that dude and see if because he seemed more important, if he has any orders or anything like that. I know
Absolutely.
I've checked another one.
We'll come to that. Let's go in chronological order. So, first things first, Nebulon.
Yes.
As you cast your sight through Luminari, is she making a general sweep of the town?
She's effectively going to try and fly up as high as she can. But she's obviously, I'm aware there's a dragon at some point, so I'm going to try and keep her at least behind the temple at best. Yeah. Try and get like some sort of vantage point somewhere without alerting anyone the best she can. And then she's going to click a little left.
Can you roll me a perception check, please?
Am I doing this through an owl stat block here, yeah?
Correct. Actually, no. If you're casting your sight in it, it's your wisdom.
Yeah, okay, cool, that's fine. So does it still get advantage on the sea?
It does, yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Oh, good job. That would be... So it's my perception check, yeah?
Correct.
Okay, so... Okay, cool. So that is a 13.
A 13. As Luminari begins to sort of like look over the general vicinity, you cast your eyes to the area immediately south of the keep. It seems as though this end of the farmland has avoided most of the carnage of the raid. There's sort of like farmhouses on the other side of the stream towards the south of town, which do not appear to have been razed. There appears to be lanterns sort of like shining through the windows, casting a dim light outside. Doesn't appear as though this side of the town has been hit. She looks around. There doesn't appear to be any raiders towards the south of the town past the keep. However, the scene unveiling at the keep is dire. You can see towards the southern end, it has become far more populated. It appears as though most of the raiders who have finished in the westernmost side of the town have made their way now joining the siege around the keep. You can hear some kind of a scuffle going on towards the north wall, but you can't see anything presently through Luminari. And the dragon itself right now appears to be circling towards the northwest of the town. doesn't appear to be taking any actions right now.
Okay, Luminara will, I guess, return. She'll fly back through the window.
Incredible. And as this is going on, just before you return, Quill.
Perfect.
You're inside the room, the kobold in front of you. What would you like to do?
So Quill's going to drop his kind of aggressive demeanour that it had earlier and start speaking a bit more smoother as well. He's going to pull out one of his rations.
Comes to consciousness in front of you, shaking awake.
In that case, what Quill's going to do is going to offer the kobold some of like a single food ration. And like I said, speak kind of softly and trying to get one side is really what Quill's goal is. So Quill's going to say something.
Go on.
Yep.
No, go ahead.
No problemo.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage is what I was going to say.
That I would very much like to do.
Yeah.
Because I got a set of that one there, so that was not great. That's not fantastic either, but what I'm going to do is use my knowledge of a past life and add a little d6 onto that. So here's my d6. Okay, so 16 total.
Incredible. And what would you like to say to the kobold?
So Quill's essentially going to say to the kobold, I saw you in battle and you fought well, but in this case you've lost. I can guarantee your safety and let you escape, but I need information. Tell me about this attack on Greenest.
You see, it sort of like looks up to you, takes a ration and begins...
Listen, I don't know much about what's going on. I just do whatever the dragon lady tells me to do. She said that we're to come here and to raid the village, kill anybody who stands in our way, and take any form of wealth, anything that you have here. Gold, weapons, anything that looks valuable.
Who's this dragon lady?
I don't know. Wait, she's the boss, I think. She's the one who brought us together, and she's the one who sent us here. She, I don't know if she's here, but I don't want to die. Please, I'll tell you anything. Just let me free. Let me go. I'll change my ways, I promise.
I was going to say, I believe you. And he's going to ask how big is this army? How many of you attacked?
Well, there's us from the Sunset Mountains. Then there's the others that came into camp a few weeks ago. People have been trickling in here and there. Then there's the bosses. Don't see much of them. But there's a lot of us, quite a lot. We're not all here either.
Is there an attack on another town happening too?
Not tonight.
I believe you value your life, and I'm very grateful for you talking to me. Tell me where, when. Tell me about this next attack.
Well, we've been, pillaging up and down just the smaller towns. Fairly,
Of course. Yeah.
unimportant right now. This is the first time that the dragon's been here, though. That's been fun. I don't think that the boss here gets on very well with the dragon. They shout and it's very scary. Sometimes the dragon eats some of my friends and my family, but it's made it much easier than usual. We've just been raiding anybody who seems like an easy target recently, and now we've got Lenithon, with bigger targets and more wealth and gold and food and riches to be had.
He's gonna kind of sigh and say, "Okay, I understand. Thank you, and a deal is a deal." And he'll kind of walk backwards and open the door, and walk out of the door at the same time shouting, "Braun, he's all yours."
You see, he sort of like takes a short sword, steps forward, and before the kobold can sort of leave, he kicks him back inside and closes the door behind him, and you can all hear screams from behind the door.
I was then going to basically reiterate all of this to the group. He's going to talk about further attacks. It seems like there's more and more coming to the Sword Coast, and especially highlighting that there seems to be some sort of schism between the dragon lady and said dragon as well.
Cool.
Could this
And I'll
dragon
say,
lady...
as this happens, Nebulon, you come back into consciousness.
The south end of the village is it's a lot safer by the look of things. It does not appear like there are many cultists.
Good.
I would say that might be our best bet at this point. If the tunnel is close by, I suggest we get that way.
Yes,
Okay.
it's not far.
You see, at this point, the priestess of Shawantea sort of like steps forward. Is there any need for us all to go to the keep? There are farmhouses. There are other places that we could hold refuge if it's quieter down south. It might be better for those who are more battle-hardened to head to the keep, and the rest of us can try to lay low somewhere with less attention on it, maybe?
We can't leave you unguarded.
When we get into the keep as well, there is a lot safer areas below the actual keep itself that would be able to house you. I would much rather place you
Are we
in
sure the
there.
keep hasn't fallen yet?
Kyber has, excuse me, Nebulon.
Yes.
How was the keep looking while you were up there?
The keep, unfortunately, it appears as if it's almost lost. I could not quite see from my perspective. It looked like the front wall, the northern wall, was about to crumble. It appears as if most of the cultists have gathered around the south part. Other than that, it appears as if they're concentrating their attack on the keep itself.
And Serena, as this conversation's going on, roll me that investigation check, please.
15?
15. I'll say that you managed to procure the dragon mask in addition to what appears to be a wickedly curved blade, as well as what appears to be a strange symbol. It's a sort of like a cast iron necklace which has the symbol that you're all now very familiar with around the neck, which was tucked inside the robes. On his person, he has what appears to be 4 gold pieces. Other than that, no apparent orders or anything of that nature or any identifying items.
And no letters or any orders.
No.
Does the dragon
7 minutes have passed,
symbol-
guys.
Okay.
Is it the same as the signet ring I got from Kyburn?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. We need to get to move on. I think we should all exit the temple at the very least.
I
And
agree.
when we get to the escape tunnel, we can make a decision then on what we can do. We can either head into the tunnel itself and get back to the keep, or we can split. But either way, this temple is lost.
Temple is lost.
Okay.
Agreed. And Carol just kind of look at like this in front of her. I'll do it later. I'm sure he can survive without me for a few more hours.
All right. I will send I will send Luminari out. Luminari, you'll just hear me speak in. Does anyone speak Celestial?
I do.
Celestial. Yeah, cool. You'll sort of hear me say "Gormanon Gabandama." You just sort of hear. You'll hear. Notify me if something happens or cultists are nearby, and I'll send him flying out. Send her
Okay.
flying out. Sorry, should I say? Cool. And then she.
All right.
I take it because of our time frame, we wouldn't have been able to count this as a short rest.
In 10 minutes, no. It's an hour.
All right.
Can I have a look around, because it's a church and there has probably some like braziers and stuff. I'd like to see if there's any combustible around.
Ooh.
Okay, roll me an investigation check. I'll say, while everyone else has been sort of like working on what they're doing, you can have been doing this.
Mm-hmm. That's an 8.
Cool. In terms of what's here, you can see that on either hand, Shawantea has what appears to be a simple torch burning on a sconce. It's slightly stylized in terms of it looks a little bit more like a brazier holding in her hands, but 2 flames flicker from her hands. In addition, at her feet sits a large stone basket, sort of like styled to look somewhat like a harvest basket, and you can see there's sort of like a large fire. The kindling's now beginning to dim, sort of like at that point. casting a bit more of a dim light in here, but it's very much illuminated from the fires, which are beginning also to dim now under the impact of the rain. But there is some like kindling and what appears to be like logs and stuff like that set into like the right side of the Temple of Shanteo, where it's thrown into the large basket in order to keep fire burning, as it were.
Okay.
What's the plan, guys?
I'll start to get some of the civilians gathered up. I'll ensure that they're in a kind of marching order, so at the very least, the more able-bodied are on the sides or at the back.
Cool.
I'll try and support the people who look vulnerable.
Rael, I'm sorry to ask this of you. I know you are the town guard, and I'm not familiar yet, but would you mind leading the way?
Absolutely. And I will head to the front, make sure that everyone is gathered in the line behind me, and I will set off on the route slightly ahead of the rest of them, scouting out everything that's going on ahead of us, so we don't run into any problems. Let's say maybe 30, 40 feet ahead max.
And you guys are heading the way you came out of the southwestern wall, yeah? Over it. Cool.
Could we exit from the back of the church?
I'll say you all exit through the broken window towards the again southwestern side. Cool. So what I need here, guys, Rael, you're 30, 40 feet ahead scouting, correct? Mm-hmm. So first things first, Rael,
joining him as well.
Give me a stealth check.
Ooh, that's nice.
No, not Nebula, I'm sorry.
Can I guidance him before he heads off?
Not if he's ahead, no. You're going to need that in a second, Serena, trust me.
Okay. That is a 17 on my stealth check.
Good job.
Cool.
Bad.
That was with disadvantage as well.
The rest of you, as you all begin to orchestrate and organize these 35 happy villagers climbing over the walls and into the brush towards the south of town, I need everyone to make a stealth check with disadvantage.
I will be guidancing a few of the civilians at this point.
Except for you, obviously, Rael.
Oh. Wait, what? Disadvantage?
The disadvantage, just so you're aware, guys, the disadvantage is because you're guiding the civilians through.
20. Okay, so mine is 12.
Cool.
I'll guidance. Wait, don't roll, guys. I need to pick someone. Quill. I don't know if you need it. I'll do it. There you go.
Definitely do, buddy. So, yeah.
I'll probably have guidanced myself at this point.
Cool.
Just as a rule of thumb, if I wasn't guidance in the civilians.
Actually. Oh wait, that was not even with disadvantage.
Stealth, just 11.
7.
So, Serena.
7.
Vilka.
12.
Kyra.
12.
Quill.
10.
And Nebulon.
11.
Cool.
Okay.
Very middle of the road.
As you guys begin to get everybody over the wall, you're now just north of the stream. At which point, it begins to become very glaringly obvious that this larger group of people, it is far too many people for stealth to be the option. Rael, you're 40 feet ahead at this point, and you can hear the sounds of footsteps, this gathering crowd. You can hear the sounds of whispers. No matter how much other people say, shh, 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 the shushing and the quieting is making noise in itself. You can see as Lenithon overhead swoops down and passes the sort of like southern side of the town, seemingly unnoticing right now, but towards the north you do begin to hear the sound of the band of raiders making their way down towards the temple. It's at this point, Rael, the feeling of dread washes over you. Probably about 120 feet north towards where the opening in the tunnel is, there appears to be a group of some kind. You don't know if they're civilians or raiders. Roll me a perception check.
Would Luminari be able to get a sense of what group that is, since she's flying overhead?
Luminari can also make a perception check.
22.
It's through her vision this time.
Yes.
Got an 18 on the dice.
Cool. 18 on the dice.
Oh, that's good. That is a 16 plus 5. That's a 19 for Luminari.
Cool. Rail. As you sort of like look over, you can see just sort of to the west of where the tunnel opens out, over the other side of the stream, sort of like towards the other end of town, you can see what appears to be a group. A large group. 15 to 20 kobolds. What looks like 3 to 4 humanoid figures, and one singular humanoid figure who immediately catches your attention. Looks like a humanoid woman wearing bright violet purple robes. You can see that she's sort of like looking over at the others. You can't make out that conversation from this distance, but as you sort of like crouch down, I'll say that you hold the others. Luminari flies down and relays this information towards you as well, Nebulon.
Okay,
and at this point, it becomes painstakingly apparent to all of you. If this group continues to the keep, you are going to run into trouble.
All right, knowing the lay of the land outside of Greenest, where would be the first place that we could arrive and tend to problems? Maybe somewhere that I've been before on my travels, you know, just not necessarily has to be a village, but somewhere where we could essentially settle.
Greenest sits in the middle of green fields. You are on all sides surrounded by wide open green plains. Walking out into the middle of that is almost suicide with the dragon flying overhead. It is a group of people and it's giving it a clear target. You're safest where you are, hidden amongst buildings and trees and things of that nature. Knowing the lay of the land, I'll give you this rail. There are several farmhouses towards the south of town. Some of them have basements, some of them don't. With how clear things are down here, there is the option to potentially hide out in the safe houses there. Rail, you know that with how things seem to be going at the keep, it's likely...
It's going to fall.
It's likely, without help of some description, it could well fall.
All right. Is Luminari still near me, or can I at least, you know, signal?
She's
say
flying overhead.
Yeah.
This is what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are there in total?
About 35, not including your U6.
Right. I think we should keep half here, take half down to the what were they again? The barn kind of thing.
Yeah. The farmhouses.
The farmhouses. We'll take them down to the farmhouses. We'll try and do it. Keep some people here to hide. Keep them out of dodge. It's a bit quieter if we take half of them. Head to there, get set up, bring the next group through, and we just sit and we try to hide in the farmhouses until this is all washed over. There is no chance that we can do anything else right now.
Agreed. Well, you don't hear this, but I'll hear that through Luminari, and I'll pass that across to the rest of the group. There's no way we can get out of this. We need to hide. The farmhouses. I'll sort of gesture quietly to the civilians. Does anyone know of any farmhouses nearby that has a basement?
You see Bron sort of like speaks up at this point and goes, my farmhouse is about 3 minutes down the way. I have a basement that's hidden inside of a barn. I could probably get most people in there, but it's going to be rather cramped.
We'll take anything.
Better cramped than dead.
I'll sort of give it a look.
I agree with Tyranny.
Okay. Would it make sense to split some people going back to the temple? Didn't that also have some sort of like hidden area that the temple lady talked about, or?
Chances are it's too hot to go back there. Oh, I'm not even there. It's alright.
Oh well, other people.
The amount of the army heading towards the temple, going house to house, the temple's going to go overrun very quickly. We can't go back.
Okay.
Vilka would lean over to Nebulon and go, and what about if we split the people with several basements?
We know of Bronze. We know that he has a farmhouse with a basement. But what about any others? I mean, if we split, there is a possibility other buildings will not have a basement. I'm not sure.
If we
Does anyone
split,
else have a
some
basement?
people will die.
Roll
and
me a
some
pure
people
luck
will
check.
live.
10.
Nobody speaks up.
Right. In that case, I think the best bet is Bronze House. We could, after the people are safely in the basement, we could find a place to hide nearby to try to support, if we can. We could split that way.
The people are all gonna die if you put them in the same place.
In that case.
People are going to die if we stay here. We have to get them away.
Right. Let's head near the farmhouses. Bron, are there any neighboring farmhouses nearby?
Not that I know for a fact have got basements, only mine. I can fit everybody in. Like I say, it's going to be tight, but, you know, I can get everybody down there, and it's hidden well enough that even on a passing inspection, unless they're checking every nook and cranny of a barn, they're not going to find it.
At this point, Rail's heading back over to the group as well.
Cool. Yeah, I'll say, Rail, you rejoin in the group.
What we should probably do then, anyone who cannot fight, put them in the basement. Any able-bodied people, we will stay up top and be prepared just in case things do go south.
Alright, I agree.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan.
The best thing we can do is either try to make the place look like it's been ransacked, so they go, oh, that's been done with, or we try to barricade it.
Why not do both?
We could ambush them if they do come.
If I'm ambushing anyone right now, I'm getting my my head kicked in.
I have
As
to
the
agree
last
with
measure
Rail.
of
I'm not sure we have much left in us at this point.
Our best option is, as much as I hate to say it, the coward's way. We need to hide. We cannot fight this. We need to get out of Dodge. So.
Agreed.
We live to fight another day instead. But wait to see it.
As everybody is talking, knowing that her hair does slightly glow, Kyra will put her hood up.
I'll drop my starry form as well.
Is the rain on your hair just like...
This is what we'll do then.
Sound too, yeah. That's another thing.
We'll take 17 of the civilians. I, Serena, and Kyra will go with the first group, and then Quill, Vilka, and Kyburn, if you can lead the second group. Just
Nebulon.
Nebulon, sorry, I've just got to get used to the
Alright.
name. Nebulon, if you can meet us after that, we'll say leave a 10-minute respite. So wait for 10 minutes. We'll all get down there. Send the second group after that.
All right. We'll try to hide here in among the trees and bushes here, best we can.
Amazing. If you get into any trouble,
I'll send the rest with you, and the couple will stay behind.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So first group's taking the vulnerable people to Bronze Farmhouse. So Bron will accompany Group A. Who's in Group A?
Me, Serena, and Kyra.
Rail. Yeah.
Serena,
should we
Kyra,
take
and Rail.
the bird as well, so that you, Nebulon, so that you know the right house to go into?
Nebulon, Luminari will accompany you, and should be able to see her through your eyes, through his eyes.
Luminari sort of like comes and settles on your shoulder, Serena.
And real quick, I don't think I have time, but if I do, I could summon Leor real quick.
I don't think we have time
Via
for that just
ritual.
now.
How long does it take?
If it's a ritual.
10 minutes to an hour.
Unless you want
10
to,
minutes. It's too long already, let alone an hour.
Unless you're staying.
Maybe
for
you can
a second
start on it
group.
when we're hunkering down in the basement.
Yeah, that's probably the better option.
Cool. So, I need all of you to begin with to make me that stealth check with disadvantage, please.
Those who are moving.
No, I'm
those who are moving
Rail.
and those who are staying.
Okay.
I really wish that wasn't with disadvantage.
14.
16.
and 10.
So, first things first. Serena.
8.
Vilka.
11.
Kyra.
10.
Cool. Rail.
16.
Nebulon.
10.
Quill.
8.
As Group A begins to head down towards the farmhouse, Ron sort of like leads you in a wide berth, following the edge of the buildings and the stream under as much cover as you can possibly make. The rain covers a lot of the sound, especially as it sort of clashes against the stream that's running through the center of town. You eventually make your way to a well-aged and worn barn. As you enter inside, you can see what appears to be a cabal of pigs just sort of like snorting away. Bron quickly makes his way to the back corner of the barn, shifts some bundles of hay out of the way, and opens up a trapdoor. See, as he begins to lead the villagers down, he sort of turns towards you, Rail, and says, "Right, just so we're very clear here, Rail, I am aiding the town of Greenest, so whatever is discovered in my basement cannot be held against me later down the line, right?"
What's in there? God damn it.
Just this one off.
Okay, good. Right. And you see he sort of like ushers the villagers down.
This is a favour
Group
for a
B.
favour though, Bron.
Okay, right, just don't spread it around if possible. And if anyone asks, this isn't my farmhouse, this is somebody else's, just in case nobody knows.
I mean, if you want to throw some things out, now's the time to do it.
I don't think I've got time, and some of it's quite big. Anyway,
Alright, go on. I'll stay up here and wait for the
Group
second group.
B. Nebulon, Quill, and Vilka. As the three of you sort of like huddle, I'll say you're sort of like down towards the southern end of the stream, like hidden in the brush and the stream behind the temple. From the back door, you begin to hear the sounds of the cultists and the raiders inside the temple grounds. You can hear shouting. Anyone who wants to can make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Everyone, or just the group B?
Just the Group B.
That is perception. That's a 19.
9.
Cool. Vilka?
16.
Cool. Vilka and Nebulon, you hear one voice sound out above the rest. Shit! There's been some sort of defense. Send word to Langdedrosa. Some of the villagers are trying to fight back. Spread out and search the area. I'll organize the defense from here. As this happens, the remainder of the villagers in the first group are safely inside of the basement rail.
Okay. I'll be waiting for the second one. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to be spending more time to prepare, like get that hay bale over to the side so I can literally just slide it back over when everyone's in.
Okay.
Would Luminara be able to know? I'll assume I would have holding my eyes back and seen where to go at this
I'll
point.
say you've been like popping in and you see the sort of whatchamacallit, you see as everybody's made their way into the basement now and the first group is secure.
Right, okay, we need to get moving. Keep us quiet as you can. Can we do that? I'll look towards the kids especially.
Cool. And then I need Group B to make me one last stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
How far are we from the actual church?
At the farmhouse, you guys are approximately... So I have the rest of the map open.
I'll guide
about 180 feet south of the southernmost wall.
I mean, the group 2.
Group B, yeah, you're about 100. So I'll say that you guys are, if you look on the map, you're sort of like hidden in the brush here, sort of around the stream and the forest towards the south wall.
7 plus 5 plus 4,
okay.
So that is 16 for Nebulon.
16. Quill?
11.
11, and Vilka?
16.
16, cool. 3 successes.
Oh, guys.
As you guys manage to quickly and sporadically make your way down, you guys have the group B is made up of the more harshy and sort of like physically capable villagers in the group, less of the young children and the elderly.
Oh, okay.
And these guys are much more able to keep themselves like hidden and stealthy and watch their step. You eventually make yourselves to the way. Rail, Serena, and Kyra, for a second you sort of like draw your weapons as you hear the approaching footsteps, and you see as Quill, Nebulon, and Vilka walk around the side of the door.
It does. We're good. Okay.
Get them down.
Come in, guys.
I'll wait till every single person has gone through.
Cool.
At the door.
Can we somehow put the pigs on top of the... I'm sorry, that's stupid. On top of the hatch, so that they just open the doors and think, oh, it's like a pig pen. Aha.
So I will say this, right? The barn itself is a very simple open plan barn. There are troughs lining each wall. There's large bundles of hay towards the backmost wall, one of which has a trapdoor hidden under it. And there is also a hayloft. There's a set of ladders leading up towards a large hayloft, which is just filled with sort of like stray pieces of hay and food for the pigs, seemingly. You see Bron sort of like turns around to you guys and says, if anybody wants to go on the hayloft, you have the option to do so. It might give you a better vantage point than just sitting blindly down in the basement.
Okay.
Out there in your
After today, Bron, where you go, I go. I've got your back.
I'm fucking going down to the basement. I don't know about you.
Never mind.
I swung a sword once. I swung a sword once today, and that's enough for a lifetime as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Okay.
Do you guys think it would be best for the fighters to stay up, or should we all, I don't know.
Here is my suggestion.
I do not think we could fend off a coordinated attack.
I agree.
I agree. But we do...
We should try and hide.
We do need somebody to push that hay over. So everyone, if you want to get down...
One person's got to stay out.
Everyone, if you want to get down, this is my responsibility.
Can anyone disguise themselves
Here
as
is
a
my
pig?
suggestion. Before you try to
Sadly,
be
I
hero,
can't.
soldier boy. What? And I lean a little bit more towards Rail so that Brown doesn't hear as much. What if we set fire to the rest of the estate? And they think
Fire?
that maybe they have searched the place already.
With the how heavy is this rain right now?
Reasonably. It's probably not. It's not enough to fully douse a fire. It's enough to calm it slightly, but not enough to fully put out any fires around the village.
You know, Vilka.
Starting a fire might be somewhat difficult. You see, Bron sort of like speaks about.
Unless we have Kira.
I would prefer if you didn't set fire to my whole estate, if I'm being honest, if that's possible.
Kyra just kind of perks up at the mention of fire, but...
Do you not think that it's, like, good enough for us to, like, just hide in the basement?
I mean, listen, I have an idea. I mean, what are we trying to do? We're trying to put an entire hay bale over the actual, like...
Listen, I've got to make a living after this. This isn't the end of the world. If I live this, then I've still got to make a livelihood. So if you start burning my place down and killing all my livestock, I may as well be dead tonight.
We have to make sure that this isn't the end of the world, though, for all these people in here.
I agree.
That's way more important.
I was going to say I was sworn to the town of Greenest. As much as I think it's a good distraction, and to say that it's been ransacked, I can't in good faith do any more damage than it's already been done.
And if I may have a say here, she just kind of raises a hand. Even though fire is very destructive, it can also mean something else. That's something else being rebirthed.
What do you propose?
Since it seems you decided to be in charge, soldier boy, I will for now leave it to you to decide.
At least until we're out of Greenest.
I can keep the trapdoor closed from the inside. I have this, and also gesture to my star staff. It will be able to hold against most defenses if propped up properly. But I'll have to. I'll need a bit of time.
Well, do you want to head down with them? Is there anyone who can create some form of light down there that isn't flame-based?
I can. I have something for that.
Amazing. If you can do that, just to shed light on it, just to the point where it's not
Well,
shining.
I don't know if we need to do that necessarily.
Shut up, Ron.
Alright.
Okay.
Look
Everyone
at the
that needs to get
situation,
down
man.
there.
It doesn't matter what you've got down there. Just
Okay, right.
people have to see. Come on, man.
Actually, I do not feel very comfortable in hiding.
You can go down first and
being
hide all your
locked in a
dirty
place.
shit
If anyone
if
doesn't
you
want to
want.
hide, stay up here with me.
So here's the question. Who's not going down into the basement? Who's staying up top? Rail, Vilka, anyone else?
I want to say that
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Absolutely.
too. I'm going down. If you need help, just yell.
So it's just Rail and Vilka staying up top, right?
I'm gonna leave Luminari up top as well.
Cool. Easy enough.
As my eyes and ears, if that helps.
Yeah. Are you two making your way up to the hayloft rather than being in the just like general vicinity of the town?
Will
Oh, yeah.
we,
So I'll say
sorry as well.
Go on.
How long will it take to doff my armor?
10 minutes.
Okay.
I can bury
Cool.
you in the hayloft if you want.
Yeah, please do.
So here's how it's going to work. Nebulon, Quill, Serena, and Kyra. The four of you climb down the ladders into a tightly packed basement. People are sort of wall to wall. Most people are sitting down. A few are sort of like standing, leaning against the walls where possible. It's only a 30 foot by 30 foot build. It's only 30 foot by 30 foot. It's quite small down here when the amount of people, it's pretty much packed to the rafters. You guys take a look around the basement. You can see on the southernmost wall, there's a large wooden X that's been built with what appears to be these sort of like leather constraints set in place, dwarven size. You can see a set of gallows towards the easternmost wall and what appears to be a large table with holes cut into it. You can see that Bronze sort of like shines red as you all climb down and goes, right, we agreed that nobody's allowed to judge me for what's down here. It's none of your business, and I'm doing everybody a favor by letting you down here, right?
Is this a cross of worship? I have one too. It's just turned slightly different, but
Yeah, it's a cross of worship. Let's go with that.
oh, that's so nice. I didn't know you were religious too.
You see one of the children
Who's your-
turns up towards
who's
the,
your
you see
deity?
one of the children turns up towards the priestess of Shantae and says, "What is this for? It looks like some kind of large noodle." That's for tilling crops, young Malcolm. Nothing to worry about. It sort of like ushers him away from a leather whip that's sort of like set on the wall. At which point,
It's
as
for the horses,
Nebula,
right?
I'll say that you sort of like
staff.
use the star staff and close the door underneath.
I'll then
Rail and
shillelagh
Vilka-
it as well.
Yeah, the Rail and Vilka.
I'm just
the
gonna
two of
wield the
you-
whip in case anyone comes in.
Cool. Rail and Vilka, the two of you move as much of the hay on top of the trapdoor as possible. Make your way up to the hayloft, where I'll say the two of you bury each other with a vantage point at the open door of the barn.
I'll say Luminari's kind of sort of up there as well, just somewhat buried in the hay.
At this point, I'm going to need a few people to make some rolls for me. First things first, Serena, if you could please roll me a d20.
Ooh. Mysterious. 14.
Now, Vilka, could you roll me a d6, please?
What is this?
5.
You guys from outside all hear the sounds of lightning. You hear the screams of people from the direction of the keep. At which point, Kyra, could you please roll me a D100?
Oh no. Okay, where is my actual Actually, I don't know where it is, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
Whenever there's bolt of
66.
lightning, I would like to.
Oh, 66.
Wonderful.
I'm afraid.
Okay, and Rail, I need a D4 and a D6 from you, please.
Okay. D4 is a 1, D6 is a 3.
Okay. Nebulon, if you could please just roll me a D20.
Yep.
Plus 6.
A D20 plus 6. That is 13 plus 6, 19.
Cool. And Rail, from you, I would like... I need 3 rolls, actually. I need a D12, a D6, and a D4.
D4
A lot
is
of
a 1.
intricate rolling.
D6 is a 3. D12 is a 2.
Sorry, I did mean that to go towards you, Quill, but I misspoke. But either way, it is said... Okay, cool. So...
I'm afraid.
That's just what's going on. That's what's going on in the rest of the town. So, as you guys all hold your breath and the wait, Rael and Vilka, through the cracks in the wood planks which make up the walls, you guys see the rain begin to clear, and the golden light casting a pinky purple hue as dawn begins to come. 3 hours pass as you all wait in hiding, holding your breath. It's on the dawn of the 3rd hour that Vilka and Rael, you begin to hear footsteps. A large group of people moving in. I'll say you've all taken a short rest.
Yeah.
Don't they need to sleep too? Baddies also need sleep.
Baddies outnumber us. Baddies don't need sleep.
Can we use hit dice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work? 2.
I am still out of spell slots.
So do it manually. 2d8 plus 8.
Vilka and Rael,
Oh.
you guys hear a large group making their way onto the farmland. You can hear the sounds of what appears to be scaly talons against cobblestones. You can hear boots. I need both of you to give me a stealth check, please, with advantage.
Because I have disadvantage with my armor, do you want this straight?
Yes, please.
Is that bad?
No, that's a nat 20.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, okay. Yay!
23 for me.
Through the open door, you guys see the backs of a group. Oh, sorry, wrong music. You guys hear the backs of a large group of cultists who have set outside of the barn. You can see Rael, the person you saw earlier, slightly more clear this time. These vibrant violet purple robes. You can see she's talking to what appears to be 2 individuals with these large iron dragon masks on their face. You can see what appears to be a horde of 20 kobolds sort of like scattered about the farmland, picking up sort of like pieces of grain from the fields and stuff. And you can see beyond that the farmhouse, Bronze House, now ablaze. You see one of them turns to the woman. Now you can see her raven black hair cascading down her shoulders to her waist. One of the dragon masks turns towards her. Madam Mondath, it appears as though the village is clear. We've killed all of the stragglers. We've received word from Commander Langderosa. It appears as though they're making the final assault on the keep. See, she sort of like nods. It has been quite the fruitful night. I'm sure Resmir will be pleased. Now, go and join with Langderosa's forces. I'm assuming he'll want to make his final show for those who remain in the keep. What little are left. Make sure there are some survivors so they can tell the tale. You see she turns towards one of the dragon masks. Take the kobolds back to camp. We have enough numbers at the keep already. Have them start moving the spoils. You see one of them sort of like comes next to Madame Mondath. We still didn't find it, my lady. You see she sort of like takes a glove off of one hand and backhands him across the face. Don't you think I know that? They must have moved it already. It's fine. I'll meet with Redsmere when we're back. Make sure Langderosa doesn't make too much of a show. The people that he has captive apparently are quite important to the town. I'm sure they'll pay handsomely for their return. Now, go. Now! And you see they begin to split off. You see Madame Monda stands for a second and turns to leave, following the dragon masks. Say about 20 minutes pass, and you believe yourselves to be clear. Rael and Vilka, what would you like to do?
Do I know where the bird was?
The bird's up in the hayloft with you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Can I currently see him, her?
Yeah. You can see her.
Cool.
She's there.
I'm just gonna poke my head out the hay, and I'm just gonna go, as if to say, have a look around.
I will already. I'm assuming at this point I've already been within Luminari's vision, so I'll then have her just start to sort of carefully flap her way out, and then start to circle around and see if the coast is clear.
As she makes one final swoop, nearly brings tears to your eyes, Nebulon. This town, once bustling, once thriving with life, a veritable crossroads, now stands blasted and charred. Most every building is burned. You see the Temple of Chantea, the flames still high in the sky. It's a single bell tower. Vestigially keeps the last of the flames burning slowly upwards towards the brass bell. You can see that most of the forces of the town have cleared out now. Those houses that are still standing, windows are broken, doors are caved in. On the streets, there lie countless dead villagers, children, animals. It's horrific. And you see that most of the remaining forces, if not all, are now surrounding the keep. The dragon, Lenithon, is nowhere to be seen. But you can see the parapets of Greenest Keep are now blasted. Parts of the rock have fallen away completely, and there are but 4 or 5 guards left standing vestigially atop the parapets. An army surrounds the keep now. And you can see a single solitary figure, dark hair, standing at the head of the keep, looking down towards what appears to be a figure with cerulean blue scales, humanoid but large. You see he's wearing violet purple robes. You see he wields a wicked glaive on his back. He appears to be locked in conversation with the gentleman atop the parapets.
I think Luminari would, myself within Luminari would want to get as close a look as I can and lock in on what this conversation is.
Cool. Roll a perception check for me.
Yeah. Let's see. It's advantage for sound.
Correct.
It's either a 13 or a 3. So I'll go with a 13 plus 5. So that is an 18.
As Luminari sort of like skirts the edge of the town, she makes her way and sort of like perches nearby, listening to the conversation. You hear a booming voice coming from the blue draconic humanoid.
Defenders of Greenest. This has been a most successful night, and I am feeling generous. Do you see these 4 pitiful, useless prisoners? We have no need for them. So, in my benevolence, I am willing to trade them back to you on one condition. Send out your best warrior to fight me in single combat, and you can have these 4 in exchange.
You can see what appears to be 2 adult humanoids. One of them appears to be a human woman with sort of like long, flowing, almost like blondie brownish hair, wearing similar regalia to that of Rael. The other one appears to be dwarven with this sort of like orange salt and pepper hair, looks heavily beaten, the jaw looks broken, it lies to the side underneath this heavily plaited beard, again wearing the regalia of the Greenest Town Guard, in addition to what appears to be 2 human children, both of which appear to be around the ages of 8 to 10.
Linen.
And I'll say, in your general vicinity, it appears as though you're clear. It seems as though everything's focused on the keep now, and the general raising of the village has ended, so you probably are safe. Those of you with some battle about you to come out to discuss if you would wish.
Okay, relaying that back, what I will do is, from Luminari's perspective, I'll just give her the final command, which is to keep clear, but stay within earshot. I'll then re-emerge back. You see tears streaming down my cheeks. We need to... I'll do that gesture over to my allies. Oh no, Vilka's not there at this point. Quill, Serena, Kyra, we should head up. I'll just take down my staff, put it back on the hilt, and I'll try to push the hay bale out of the way. We're clear for now, if you wouldn't mind.
Are the children and the people down here, do you think they're safe to come up as well?
You see Bron sort of says, I'll keep them down here until it's fully cleared out. Just come back for us once we're safe.
We will.
Okay.
We promise.
I'll go up.
So will Kyra.
As Quill's heading up, he'll thank Braun for, saving them essentially, and he's going to cast Prestidigitation to make a smell of lavender kind of fill the basement to keep everyone calm as he heads up to.
You see, as you do that, he sort of like grabs you by the sleeve. No, thank you for giving me a little bit of closure. Nods, lets you head up. And I'll say the 6 of you assemble.
Survive.
Gives you a nod, and I'll say the 6 of you assemble in the barn.
Right. The keep is completely surrounded. There is a dragonborn, a gentleman. He appears to have 4 people prisoner. One of them is wearing the same kind of outfit that you're wearing, Rael. It looks
2 of them are.
2 of them.
A dwarf and a female human.
Yes, the dwarf and the female human, I think we saw them at the keep. Well, you wouldn't have, maybe. I didn't see them, but you might have. He's willing to exchange 4 of the prisoners for 1 person to fight him one-on-one. I don't know if anyone has volunteered that yet. It seems to be a bit of a standoff. What's our play here?
Where were the prisoners? You saw them? Were they like next to them, or?
They are
They are. Yeah. So, actually, I'll give you guys a visual indication of what you're looking at.
Great. Okay. I'm assuming that the person who is speaking to him from the top. I'm assuming that's the mayor. I'm guessing.
Governor Nighthill. Yeah.
The governor. Yeah.
I'm still on the.
Yeah.
Is everybody still on the
I'll be with you in 2 seconds.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because in case I needed to, like, restart.
No, you're all good.
While you're doing that, Quill, is it... sorry for asking. You mentioned earlier about my amulet. It's not an amulet, but I'm quite curious about yours. I've never seen a symbol quite like that before.
It's going to kind of display it, and for us it's like an Eye of Horus, and that's kind of wrapped around in silver, but with a blue kind of gem in the middle, and Quill was kind of equating it to the kind of sparkling gem of Nebulon. And Quill's going to respond, and he's going to say, I've found there's many magical artifacts to be found in this world, my friend, some incredibly powerful.
I see. I'm just fascinated. It looks fantastic. Please don't worry about disclosing anything. I know that we all have our stories, but I wanted to let you know you use it well. It's very well.
It's certainly not as impressive as the skill was on display. You truly came through in the temple.
I tried my best. We lost one too many, but we'll do what we can for a brighter tomorrow. Oh wow! Oh, that's insane.
Right.
Nebulon?
Oh.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I know this is a crazy time. Did you, through your bird, did you happen to see like a half orc who kind of looks like me, but like really buff?
I'll see your kind of emotion to it. I'm sorry. I did not, but I will continue searching if I can.
All right. If you see something that reminds you of me, please let me know. I would really appreciate it.
Everyone here is a one of a kind, but I will, of course, be on the lookout.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
I appreciate that.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
From the information we've gathered, returning to the keep is not an option for any of us. We will be slaughtered. But the prisoners, I can't just leave them there.
Will anyone fight on behalf of the town? Not among us. I mean, among the keep. Is there anyone that you know who would volunteer themselves?
Maybe one or two, but with the odds stacked against them, it depends if they have the stomach to still do it.
I don't know what to do. We can't just leave them behind.
I
What are we
know,
supposed to do? Oh, it just seems so
As
hopeless.
tough as a decision it is, some must die so others may live, and this may be our only chance to escape the Greenfields.
Quill's not wrong.
This situation is a whole, and I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but just a whole mess.
Well, if worst comes to worst,
Be back in Periwinkle's caravan, Kyra, huh?
I suppose.
I can't believe how different everything was just one day ago.
Everyone
I wish
was
I could
so
go back to hearing my
happy.
stupid brother like saying stupid shit.
It is always like that. One day you are happy, and the next people are dead.
And I don't know about you all, but
beautiful
I was very,
insight there.
very...
Thank you very much for that extremely heartwarming, sense of, I don't know. If worst comes to worst, I'm gonna have to.
Soldier boy, but people die all the time.
They do, but when you are sworn to protect them, that's something that kills you inside. Worst comes to worst, I will duel this person. If I die, then at least they're free. I can't ask anyone else to do it.
That is suicide.
Did he look
might
very
not be the best
strong?
option.
Case in point, Nebulon, less of a dragonborn, more of a half dragon.
Would I know the difference?
Roll me a nature check.
I thought you said you can't fuck dragons.
Nature, interesting. Nature.
Not in dragon form, you can't.
Not proficient with nature, interestingly enough. That is 11.
11. It's too big to be a dragonborn, but you've never encountered a half dragon before. It looks like it has the tail of a dragon. It doesn't have the wings, but it has very much the signature singular ivory horn of a blue dragon curling up. Looks like he's about 8 to 9 feet tall.
Rael, listen to me. I'll sort of just like I'll prop my hands onto his shoulders. Look. In that basement, there are 35 people still alive because of us. If we remain here, there will be a guaranteed 35 people returning to the town of Greenest. Your oath is secure. If you go out there and die, you risk losing us as well.
What if one of us just goes out? Could we save the 4 people?
They are surrounded by so many enemies.
But they will be released, right?
Oh, you guys are so foolish to think they would release them.
But it's a trade of 4 against 1.
And who's not?
It is never a trade when people are superior to you, especially in numbers.
Honestly, I think I'm going to have to agree with Vilka on this one. If anyone's going to fight them, I know exactly who's going to do it.
Please don't say yourself.
It's not me. He's a lot stronger than I am.
Okay.
It all depends on that. But you are right. Nebulon, you are right. I cannot. I need to look after the people in here.
Better safer in here than out there.
I think we just hunker down and we just have to see what happens.
Agreed.
As much as it goes against everything I am to say that, I can't threaten anyone else's life here except for my own, and I need to make sure these people are safe too.
Yeah.
Are you guys holding up in the barn?
Yeah.
The only other idea that I would have is that if we could form some kind of distraction behind them, catch them off guard, maybe they can escape. But even then, that's
How are we gonna distract so many people? There will always be someone watching.
She has a point.
I think the only way to do it is to listen to their demands and follow through.
I'll jump back into Luminari's perspective and see how the conversations progress while we discuss this. I will observe. I roll to the back.
As you do, you jump back into Luminari. I'll say Luminari sort of perches on the roof of one of the houses over here.
Yeah.
She sort of like watches this entire thing take place. Ignore you guys in the corner. It's just in case anyone wanted to get involved. So, as you look
Nebula
over,
already bounced.
you see the gates open. You see, stepping forward, you see a man now dressed in shoddy plate mail armor. You can see what appears to be a large sort of like warhammer on his back. Looks dwarven. You can see slightly thinning red hair, sort of pulled back into a tight ponytail. These heavy bags under his eyes, looks very tired. You see he sort of like steps out, beard sort of like tightly knotted and plaited. You see Langdarosa steps forward to meet the individual. The gates shut behind him.
Well, well, well. It appears not everyone in this town is so filled with cowardice. Speak Speak, friend, so I may know your name.
I am Castellan Escobar the Red, and I am gonna make sure I take you down with me, you solid sack of scales! Draws a warhammer out, and you see he charges forward. You watch as the half-dragon takes the glaive from his back, parries the warhammer to the side, stabs down into him, and immediately he is impaled on the glaive.
Oh.
You see he hoists him up into the air.
Pitiful. Let it be known, people of Greenest, that at least one amongst you died with pride and dignity. Your town is razed, your people slain. It would be a mercy to kill the rest of you now. And as honorable and merciful as I am, I do not see fit to grant you that mercy. May you all live with your weakness and cowardice, and know that you could have stopped this.
You see he takes a step backwards. Otis and Sienna and the two children are released and stumble back into the keep. You see Landrosa at this point cocks the head, and the army begins to move outwards.
Nebulon, are you relaying this to the party?
I am indeed. I'm deaf and blind, but you'll hear this.
Where are you going?
I'm going straight to the keep.
You're going back to the keep?
How long do you wait?
But
that's suicide.
I agree with Serena. If you go, then you have sentenced yourself to death. I'm sorry.
We'll wait for... We know that the army's going outwards, yeah?
Yeah.
I would have said that, yeah.
And you can see Nebulon, as they're leaving, all of them are laden with bags of what appear to be belongings and gold, sort of like heaving this enormous sort of like a loot outwards towards what appears to be the northwest of town, northeast of town.
Okay, heading north.
We'll go together when it's time. Okay.
As they've scattered away, I'll return back. It is done. Now we must wait until the army passes by.
Okay.
Who was it that fell?
He said his name was Castellan Escobar the Red. He died with dignity and grace. They released the prisoners, which was surprising to me.
Interesting.
So they at least have
Real,
some
was
sort
it
of
someone
honor
you
system.
knew?
I knew them all.
Which is good, but doesn't make them good.
It doesn't.
Did DM, did the blue half dragon actually reveal his name or not?
He referred to himself as Langdedrosa.
Langdedrosa was the name that he's too big to be a dragonborn, but I've never seen one quite like that before. Fearsome and formidable, to be specific.
Strange question. And this comes up with like name meanings. Would Kyra happen to know what that name means?
I've no idea, actually.
Probably not.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry if that's like a weird question, but...
No. It's always worth asking. Absolutely. What would you... How long do you wait? And what would you like to do?
I would like to ask Nebulon to check in again every now and then, and when it seems like it's been quiet for an hour, maybe. I mean, that would be my opinion, but if someone else is going to rush in before, then...
I was going to say, you can see Rail itching to get the hell out of there.
I'll say about an hour passes.
I'd like to keep a hand on your arm, just to try and keep you calm as much as possible.
I'll say about an hour passes, and then, sorry, Kyra, go on.
She'll move and like stand next to him as well, and just kind of say, "I'm so sorry. I know it doesn't do much, and I would give you a hug, but I have no idea if you are a hugger, so."
Not in this moment, but I will have a hug later.
Alright.
I was stationed here in Greenest as a protector of the people, and I could not do that. Look how many have died. We'll get to the keep, and we'll see how we can salvage this as much as we can, but as far as it goes, I failed on my task today.
There are 35 people that might disagree.
I agree with Nebulon. You haven't failed at all. At least in my opinion. 35 people still live.
And you saved us too.
That 35 plus us is better than 0.
That's a whole 40. That's a lot of people.
Yes, it's better than 0.
You see a smirk just overtake Rail's face. It's just like, you're right. They say...
Even though it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, but they do say home is where the people are, and if there are people, as small as it will be, Greenest will hopefully rebuild. Let's wait until all of these guys have gone, and let's go to see what the damages are.
I think we'll just wait then. Yeah.
I'll say, as the hour elapses, you see the remainder of the straggling raiders disappear over the horizon, Nebulon. I'll say that the party sort of opens up the trapdoor, leading out the 35 villagers hidden beneath. Bron sort of helps out mothers cradling newborn babies in their arms. Sort of like the weak and elderly sort of like pull themselves out. Some of the stronger people helping them stay afoot. Does the group make their way back to the keep?
Yeah.
All of you stand beside me. I want the heroes of Greenest to be with me.
As you guys all make your way across the farm, the smatterings of the remainder of the raid, a grim reminder of what took place this night.
As we're going past...
Sun...
Sorry, man. I was going to say, as we're going past, can we just keep an eye out for just any movement, any survivors under collapsed rubble, anything at all?
As the sun rises weakly over the broken sky, its rays sort of filter through thick veils of smoke, casting this sickly gold over the battered stones of Greenest Keep. You guys see this once proud heart of the town, now a scarred and smouldering shell. Walls pitted with scorch marks and cracked by the weight of siege and storm. As you make your way up the hill, you see one of the remaining guards on the parapets sort of like quickly shouts out, "Survivors! Open the gates quickly!" And the gates sort of open as you're led inside of Greenest Keep. The courtyard is strewn with the remnants of battle. You can see splintered barricades, discarded weapons, shattered shields, and blackened craters where lightning struck. You can see pools of blood staining the earth between burnt tufts of grass and crushed vegetables. You can see in the sort of northeastern corner the remnants of Captain Litz's garden, now broken and battered beneath the boot prints of kobolds and cultists. Clearly the sally port at some point in the night fell, and some of the cultists made their way inside, and those guards who remained vigil inside did the best they could to hold off the brunt of that force. As you pass by the gates, you can see they're clawed by fire, barely held together by rope and prayer. And the battlements themselves, though still standing, are scarred and crumbling in places, stones loosened. And you can see a smattering of 6 or 7 guards slowly heaving bodies down from the battlements and laying them in the courtyard one by one. Some of them weeping quietly, and you can hear this sort of like cacophony of moans of injured, mixed with the hushed voices of medics, sort of like, and parents giving comfort to their children. As you're led inside, you see Governor Nighthill. Looks over at all of you and the people behind you. Approaches you, Rail, and offers a hand.
I clasp it.
Thank you.
It's not just me you need to thank. Everyone here. If it was just
and
me.
The rest of you. You'll never know how indebted we are. Rail.
I'm sorry, sir.
No need. This was my fault. You see at this point, Sienna sort of like charges out of the back of the keep. You see she sort of like runs up towards you. Looks over at the people behind you and over to you. You can see the sort of rage in her eyes. She looks like she's about to chew you out, but sort of stops herself and chokes on the words. Rail.
Sienna.
We couldn't hold the Sallyport. We tried, but there were too many of them. We managed to block it eventually, but there was already a lot of them inside, and our security force is... Well, you see she ushers to the 7 guards, sort of gathering the bodies. This is what's left.
Do we know of what happened to the mill?
You see Governor Nighthill sort of just shakes his head.
Everything.
You see Sienna sort of like chirps up at this point. I'll take a horse. I'll ride for Bear Dusk immediately, see if they can offer us any aid or take any refugees.
Okay. What about the surrounding cities? Maybe they'd be able to assist as well. We need to get word out of what's happened today as well.
You see Governor Nighthill sort of shakes the head. El Terrell is still in shambles. That's the closest city. There's no way they'll take any more refugees. They have their work cut out for them already.
We need to warn them as well.
Iriabor possibly. Other than that, it's a 4-day ride to Bergost. And I doubt we'll see any aid from our Amnian neighbors.
Do we have any supplies here left in the keep to last for a while? Maybe a week or 2?
You see, at this point, Otis sort of exits out. You can see he's heavily wounded. You can see a large sort of like bandage wrapped around the face, covering the entire like left side of the face and obscuring one eye. You can see it appears as though he's lost his right hand during the battlements of some kind. It's kind of cradling the stump, now heavily bandaged and bleeding through. Well, on immediate investigation, it appears as though with the 35 you brought back, there's about 68 people left. With the food stores down, with the food stores left, I would say we can maybe hold up for 3 weeks at most. 2 weeks if we're 4 if we're conservative.
Then perhaps we must find you more. I mean...
You see Sienna goes, I'll ride to Bear Dusk. They're our closest neighbors, and they've been good to us in terms of trade. I'm sure they can take some refugees and offer us some aid in terms of soldiers or supplies or something. You see at this point, Governor Nighthill's face darkens. Rail.
Sir.
I do have an order for you.
Sir?
Find who did this, Rail. Find them and make them pay.
I take out one of the sickles that was handed over to me by Serena. And I slice my hand. I swear it by blood.
You see, he then sort of like turns. People of Greenest. You see people begin to sort of like file out of hidden sort of like compartments. Some people look through the windows, listen in. We have faced an unfathomable tragedy tonight. By my negligence, my family have governed this town for generations. And under me, it is all but fell. But now is the time when we must rally together. Every man, woman, and child here must work to reclaim what they have taken from us. We will make our home in the keep until we can reclaim the scorched earth that they have taken. This will not break us, this will make us. By my hand, I will do whatever I can to make this right. Those of you with relatives in the neighboring cities, those of you with children, those of you with elderly, I encourage you to get to safety. If you can make your way to the cities, Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate, even Candlekeep, I encourage you to do so. But those of you who are willing to stay here, despite what risks it may hold, I ask only that you help me reclaim this place.
How's the crowd looking in reaction to that?
You could hear a pin drop, and you see people begin to turn away and continue tending to the wounded and unease over the town. You see the 35 villagers who are surrounding you begin to make their way into the keep into safety to be seen for medical attention and things of that nature. People who are more able-bodied begin to file outwards to help sort of in the recovery of the bodies around the immediate vicinity of the keep. You see one individual in particular who catches your attention. You can see he's sort of like heavily bandaged on the left leg. You can see he's sort of like hobbling on crutches. And you see he eyes all of you curiously. You can see he appears to be maybe half elven. You can see a slight point to his ears, scraggly, sort of like bowl-cut brown hair. You can see these sort of like two twinkling blue eyes and what appears to be this simple sort of like cerulean blue doublet, scarred with ash and like tears by blades. You see he approaches you, Rail, and says, I heard what Governor Nighthill said to you. I think it's important that I would make your acquaintance. My name is Nessim Waladara. Is it your intention to follow these raiders?
Right now, I don't know if we're in any fit state to follow them, but my goal is to find out where they lie and break the foundations beneath them.
I shouldn't reveal myself so openly, but in lieu of what has happened, I think it's important. You can see he sort of like peels back the doublet and sort of carefully shows you a silver harper's pin. Those of you who are eagle-eyed who would be listening to this conversation, so I'm assuming probably Quill for one, and most of you in the surrounding area. My master, Leosin, he's been investigating these raiders. He tried to warn Governor Nighthill that this may happen. He disappeared a couple of nights ago, but I fear that he may have made an attempt to infiltrate their group, or was perhaps captured. I'm unsure.
I immediately turn to Quill and I gesture towards the box that I'm still in possession of, and I look for is this person to be trusted?
Kyra will also look over and then look at Quill.
Yeah, Rail wouldn't actually know that Quill was at Harper. That was a private different conversation.
Sorry, it's because I heard
but Quill will absolutely look back at Kyra and make eye contact as well. You know, he's going to speak up. He's going to say, "We have valuable information that you should pass on to the rest of your Harpers. We had a kobold, and they disclosed that further attacks were imminent. They did not say where. They did not say when. Only that it was coming. We have to assume that no one is safe."
Oh boy.
Leosin would know what to do. I am rather new myself to this organization, I'm afraid. I know we were meant to meet with 2 agents in town. I don't know if any of them have arrived or if they're dead or what.
Did you... Carol just kind of grimace a little bit. They're, if I may, they're no longer.
Even Agent Valeria.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
And she's trying not to get choked up.
Are you a Harper? Are you part of the organization? Were you working with her?
Well, if... And she'll like look at Quill and then at Rail. Oh. No. But I was given... And she very shakily just kind of reaches into her bag and pulls out the same thing.
Sister Valeria's pin.
Yes. It is.
Shit. Okay. One of my brothers is already riding to Iriabor. We have a safe house there. Hopefully there'll be some agents who can get word to the High Harpers in Baldur's Gate. Shit, I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry.
It helps. I don't know what to do either, because...
Alright, first things first. What the hell is a Harper?
It's... She looks at Quill again.
I was going to say, well, I don't surely know, but from what I've heard around, they seem to be agents that go undercover all across Faerun with the view of keeping the forces of evil at bay. They share information and connections. Who knows who could be a Harper?
We are servants of justice, yes. We've been investigating this cult for some time, myself and Master Leosin. We just came in from Candlekeep, where we were investigating this symbol, and you see he shakily pulls out this hastily drawn scroll of the same symbol that was all over Greenest Rail. He had information, and he was staying in a room in an inn here, and he said he would meet with me here. We were going to meet with two other... You can see he's getting visibly flustered. We were going to meet with two other agents, but he disappeared. I can't see him anywhere. His room was...
shoulder.
Leosin
is...
If I'm thinking back to that's who L. What, this is outside of...
Yeah. So that was the person, that was Leon, who was staying in the room above the Sleeping Dragon's Wake.
Cool. I'm going to pull out that note again that was left, the one that I took for evidence. I'm
yes.
going to read what it said.
As you open the box, you see his eyes sort of like light up at this point. Is there anything else inside?
There was a pin, there was a note, and there was... And I go to put my hand on...
Roll a wisdom saving throw, Quill.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Oh, no.
That is a 3.
Oh no!
No, you don't.
Cool. These are the main things that were in there.
Roll a deception check.
Deception.
That insight this also?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's a 9.
Cool.
Ooh.
Can I do it too?
Yeah,
Please, by all means.
Because they're...
18.
Cool. Serena, you see Rail go to reach for what you know to be the statuette in his pocket, but grip loosens and hand returns. You see at this point Nessim sort of goes, shit, they must have found it! Oh, unless maybe Leosin took it with him. That's fine.
What
That's
were
fine.
they looking for?
I can't say. It's imperative it's kept out of their hands, though.
I go to say,
I to trust you.
My intention is to say what it is. Do I need to make another wisdom saving throw?
No, you don't.
Okay. I just.
You need to keep this secret.
I need to keep this secret. Okay.
As all of this is happening, Vilka is silently staring at you, Mitch.
And I will say, Kara's putting the pin back in her bag and just kind of watching as well.
The plus side is this. I know for a fact that Leosin isn't dead. He's somewhere. I don't know if he survived the raid. I don't know if he was taken prisoner. I don't know if he's infiltrated, but I know for a fact he isn't dead.
How?
I can't explain how. It's a trade secret, but I can guarantee you he's not dead. I need to be careful. I'm sorry, I'm new to this, and I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you in this situation and what I'm not supposed to tell you.
Don't worry, we're both in that situation.
Let's trust each other. If we're going to work together.
Yes. And on the topic of notes, since Rail showed you the one that was left, I too have one, and Kyra will hand that over.
You see, he eagerly grabs it and opens it. Okay. Right. So Sister Larry must have known. Okay. You're technically a harper, right? You see, he looks towards you, Kyra. Yes?
I assume so at this point.
Yes, excellent. Okay, right. So, I, as your senior authority figure, say I think it's important that we launch a mission. I am too heavily wounded to go, but if Leosin's anywhere, he's going to be in their camp. Perhaps if you can find the camp and infiltrate it, you can find Leosin, and he'll know what to do. He'll be able to solve this. So as your senior, I command you to go.
Okay.
I was going to say to Kyra, he's going to say, I've got your back. I'll be there every step of the way with you, Kyra.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And she just like this wave of
as well.
relaxation. Just,
Well, as far as it goes, it looks like we have a lead to avenging this town. I'm with
you all the way.
What he said.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, she's just taking all of this in.
As I
very different from Kyra's usual bubbly, happy self, you know.
She is a mix of emotions.
As I also feel the daggers from Vilka, I will be just eyeing the rest of the party.
I'm blissfully unaware. I have no idea what's going on with that one.
So,
Bill keeps lots of secrets. He's not saying anything.
And Kyra will just kind of lean over to Rael, like, he's not dead. We have to track him down. From what?
Nessun?
The Leon. We called him Leon, but.
L. For all we know from the note, well, that's all I'm aware of, but.
Leosin. Don't worry, I'm telling you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Leon just sounds easier, but we'll go with
We
Leon.
should all make our goodbyes and head that way. Unless any of you want to leave now, I think that we work out quite well together. Under
If it
duress.
helps, I would like to make sure the children are okay. First, because I'm sure they're stressed out after everything. Rael, considering this is your town, you have the final say.
I say for now, go and do as you will. I don't think any of us are completely fit to travel right now, so I'm going to go and have a word with Governor Nighthill and see if there's anything left that we can use to take on our journey.
Alright.
But
okay.
Is everyone feeling this? Is we ready to go?
You have my loyalty. I've got your back.
Alright.
Me too.
Let's do it then.
I will go and help bury the bodies. And Rael, I will help you with your vengeance.
I immediately go to give you a predator handshake.
Turns around, does not take your hand, and starts helping the guards with the bodies.
Ice
cold. And just be like, right, Rael will remember this.
If
Rael disapproves.
If it's okay with the DM, even though I didn't do an insight check, which I probably should have done, from last session and finding the whole thing, can I pull Rael aside real quick? And
Sure.
Rael, can I talk to you for a minute?
Of course. Sure.
Okay, and she'll pull him to the side. When and if you have a moment, that thing that you found, I would like to either cast Identify or something on it. If because that is, yeah.
Alright, if we are, I know that you are aware of this, but if you are, then I would rather do this in a place where only our four eyes can see.
Understood. Understood, 100%.
Alright, for everyone, for now, carry on with your duties. Bury the bodies as you wish. See what you need to find. Serena, if you want to look around for your brother, in case he is under some rubble, if he's knocking around at all, I'm more than sure that it is worrying you. Please do as you see fit. We will meet back in a few hours here in the keep. And then
Are we
we'll
gonna
see
stay
about
overnight?
We need to rest. As much as I want to go now,
Agreed.
Agreed.
Nothing is good on exhaustion.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Serena, go
Right.
ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
$15.
As you begin to split off on your merry ways, Serena, you sort of like take stock of the courtyard and you see a guard walking around what appears to be a clipboard, sort of like making notes seemingly of the living and the dead from a town census. You can see various notes sort of like written where like visitors to the town, those who have come for trade and for the town fete, have sort of like been added to the bottom of the list. It seems like he's just making a list of those who have survived and those who have perished in the razing of the village.
Hey, can I talk to you really quick?
Yes, of course. How can I help?
You are checking on everyone who has fallen in this battle, right?
I am, yes. Is there a loved one you're looking for?
Loved one, I don't know if I would say that, but did you see anyone who looks a bit like me, but just really big and strong? And really annoying.
A half-orc?
Yes.
I'm afraid I don't have any listed. And you see at this point sort of like one of the one of the people who's sort of like helping to stack the bodies like turns over, drops one of the bodies down, dusts the hands off, and you see sort of turn around, big burly, sort of like beer belly, sleeves rolled up, heavily wounded. You can now see like bandages across one side of his face. You see the face of Alan, the bartender of the Sleeping Dragon's Wake, sort of turns towards you and goes, "Is it your brother that you're looking for?"
Yes. Did you see him?
Well, once I'd pulled myself out of the rubble, I obviously came here for safety. The dragon took a few people itself, all of them alive.
Okay.
But I don't want to be the person to tell you this, but I think your brother has either been eaten or I don't know what dragons do with humans, bread or something, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if I'm relieved or even, thank you so much for this information. Did you also find the body of, Tabaxi?
You see, at this point, the gentleman with the clipboard sort of like looks over and goes, "There is a Tabaxi listed amongst the dead, yes."
I know. Did you find his body?
Do you want the nice answer or the honest answer?
Well, I'm here for the honest answer, so I guess I'll take that one.
Parts of it.
I figured as much. I think some of us would like to be there for the burial, maybe. So please tell us where to be, where to find, and any belongings. His mask, perhaps. If
I'll
you found it.
make sure they're returned to you.
Thank you. I know this isn't easy for any of us. So, thank you for your kindness.
Silently nods and continues with his cataloguing. You see Governor Nighthill turns towards your group and says, "It won't be comfortable, but there is some cots set up on the top floor of the keep in my quarters. Some of the people who are to head out to the surrounding settlements are staying there tonight. in order to rest up in some degree of privacy before the long journey. If you would all like to rest there, feel free.
We are grateful. Thank you.
Of course.
Can I spend the night, like watching over? Well, I mean, I'll still sleep, but like holding the hands of the 2 children that were were part of the 4 people, like, because those are Linan's and the blonde dude's children, right? So, knowing that they just lost their parents, I would like to be there for them.
Incredible. So, before you guys turn in for a long rest, is there anything anyone would like to do?
Real quick, if there is anywhere Kyra can do this, and like do a ritual for Find Familiar.
Yes, absolutely. I'll say that you head up to the top floor and you sort of throw the incense into the fire and you re-summon Leo, who curls out of the ashes and cinders to the fireplace and sort of like wraps himself around you.
And she just goes, "Hi, baby, hi," and just instantly puts him down and just goes, "Go," and like gestures toward Serena. Go towards the children. Make sure they're happy. Go.
He does.
We'll all curl up for the night together.
Okay.
And the rest of you?
I'd like to go to clipboard, man.
Yep.
I want you to give me a list of all of the fallen once you have done your rounds in the morning. I want them to stay on my person as a remembrance of what happened here today.
I'll make a copy.
Thank you. And I'll go turn in and I will wait for Kyra.
And I will
Quill would like to talk to Kira Vil. Sorry, buddy, go ahead.
No, it's okay. You go first and then I'll go.
If you're carrying on the scene with Mitch, then that's okay, buddy.
You sure?
We can handle that at the end of the
Yeah,
night
of course.
if you all wanna.
Yep.
Yeah, alright, cool.
I suppose if I'm gonna go ahead and go, she will hurry towards where Rael is.
Okay, Kyra. What was it that you wanted to do again?
What I wanted to do was cast Identify on the object that you have.
Okay.
If you don't.
I will try. And I will go
And this
to...
is... Yeah.
You're going to go to retrieve it?
I'm going to go and try and retrieve it, yes.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 15.
And you grab it.
Okay.
And I just
right?
get it out. And I
Okay.
bring it out, have a look at it.
Okay, and then as a ritual, because I'm out of spell slots right now, just cast Identify on this thing.
As you attune your senses, place a hand on it. It is almost scalding to the touch. You almost have to take your hand away for a second and place it on, even for you, Kyra, who's so attuned to the heat. And as you do, you immediately feel this wave, like a burning in the center of your chest. As the magic attempts to permeate it, it's like it's blasted by a barrier, and it almost like inhaling pure smoke and fumes are repelled.
Okay. And she'll, like, when she comes back from it, she's like, well, I am accustomed to heat, but even I don't think my mother would touch this.
Heat. And I put my hands and I lift it out.
Lukewarm.
Yes. No.
And I'm just messing with it.
Yes.
My fingers like... Heat.
You don't feel the blazing hot that is coming off of that.
No, not at all. It's warm. Like I'd probably use it to do nothing. I guess it's just warm.
That I have never experienced dragon fire before, and I hope I never do. But that, from what I just experienced, it's as if I stood in front of a giant of a dragon, and it's fire. Even for me, that you have got to get rid of whatever that is. Put it somewhere. Don't.
Well, if it's not burning me, then I presume for at least until it finds a better home, it's probably safer with me for now. But
just put it somewhere in a box. I mean, you can keep it on you if you want. Personally, I wouldn't.
More secure that way. But as for anyone that we meet in our travels, this is between the group.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it's almost as if it doesn't want to be found.
I don't like that. She just, like, visibly uncomfortable.
So,
incredible.
In knowing that, you're gonna have to trust in me to keep this safe.
I trust you.
You'll know it's on me at all times. You can ask at any time. But I'll keep it safe.
Okay, I trust you. But, and I say this wholeheartedly, I hope you know what you're doing.
So
I truly hope you know what you're doing.
So do I.
And Nebulon. How? Oh, sorry, Phil.
And she, like, thinks for a moment. If it's possible, whatever that is, I don't know if I should ask Father, or no, if I ask my mother, she'll kill me. And she just like visibly distraught for a minute.
The thing is with investigations, Kyra, answers tend to turn up more often than you think, and it can be later down the line or soon, but where there are answers, we'll find them.
Okay.
And Nebulon, what are you doing before you turn in for the evening?
I will, weirdly enough, I'll take the sort of cot, if you will, or I'll take the sort of bedding out. I'll work my way to the top of the ruined keep. As I sort of sit there, I'll pull out my equipment, my portable telescope. I'll attach the legs, and then I will, just for the first 4 hours of everyone going to sleep, as the night draws near, I will simply try and observe the stars, if they are visible. If they are not,
they are.
In that case, I will whisper a quiet, not prayer, but almost a quiet closure of Ashton and all of those who fell today, and see if I can cast them into the starlight. As I begin to meditate, and I will long rest out here in the open starlight and meditate just as I would.
Incredible. And Serena.
Really sorry. I just want to see if I can gather everyone before we go to bed. And
Cool.
say,
in that case, quickly beforehand, Quill and Vilka, what would you like to do?
So that's right. Quill would like to ideally approach Vilka in private, and he's going to say to him, Quill's guard kind of drops a little bit, and can see the weight of the previous couple of days now weighing on him. And he's going to say to Vilka, he's going to say, Vilka, I'm not a soldier. I've never been in battle before now. I've never killed anyone before now. I'm the liar. You're the killer. I just wanted some advice, but how do you make the faces stop flashing before you?
As she would have approached him, he would have been just finishing up with the last body. And you'd see that on his grey skin covered with the ashes, there seems to be like some traces down his cheeks, but he's not actively crying. At least not that you're looking at him now. And as you would have approached him, he wouldn't have noticed you yet, and he would be going just, stop it, I don't want to play now. Just talking to himself, and then just almost surprised that you'd come and approach him. And as you say that to him, he would pause for a moment, just looking at you after a while. It never gets easy, you know, Quill. And I don't have any sweet answer for you. Only just the bleak truth that if we do go down that path, more people are going to get hurt. More people are going to die. And if we are lucky enough, we will be the one dying first. Just another one of those faces you're trying to forget.
Kind of like a morose moment of silence hanging in the air as, they look at the kind of bodies. And Quill's just going to say, back at the temple, during the fight, I heard something I didn't quite understand. Voices, songs. And he's not going to ask a question, he's just going to leave it out there just so that Velka's aware.
You see, he's taken aback by what you're saying. And just fully surprised that comes around on his face. Wait, you can hear them too.
Quill's gonna grab his amulet and he says, it's gonna say, not all curses, I understand, not all curses can be broken by potions and priests.
This is not a curse. This is something I have brought upon myself, and I will continue to bear it. And he nods and walks off of you, Quill, just joining the others.
And Quill will kind of just look at the ruins, just the ruins all around, and he'll kind of nod after Velka and just slowly fall behind and join.
I'll join the others as well.
And I'll say, as you all gather in these sort of makeshift barracks at the top floor of the keep, Nebulon, you're about to head out, and Serena, you have a moment where everyone is gathered before Nebulon heads out into the open air.
Everyone, I know this is a rough time. We've all lost so much today. So I thought if everyone has time, you as well, Nebulon, perhaps we could have a moment for the person we lost. Maybe we could take the first step towards healing from this experience. I was given the mask of our friend Kyron, and some of what is left. And I thought maybe we could have a little burial in the back somewhere. I don't know where the best place is. Rael, maybe you would know.
I think I have an idea.
I also have an idea for that as well.
What are you thinking, Nebula?
Right.
There is a ritual given to us, long story, part of a sanctorum that I used to frequent with. I can cast his body into starlight. Perhaps that could be
I think
something.
that would be lovely.
That sounds beautiful.
I could try. Some of the elders were quite proficient with it. I could certainly give it a go.
If I can help out in any way, I have some experiences with ceremonies, so perhaps if there's anything I can do.
The more people present, the better.
So, I'll say this. Rael, You lead the group out to a bridge at the top of a hill towards the west of town. I'll say, Tyranny, you take out the few tufts of fur, the single large paw, and the mask that remains of Qyburn. You set them in a pile, and Nebulon, what would you like to do?
I'll take out my star staff, which you see this sort of purple and dark blue mixed crystal, twinkles with starlight. I'll twist the staff and I'll sort of take the crystal out. I'll put it back into the centerpiece of my robes, and what will I do? I'll throw out what looks to be some more of that stardust, and I'll start to sprinkle it in a kind of like a ceremonial circle. And I'll ask each and every one of you to sit in that circle somewhere. Please, if you don't mind, take a seat.
I immediately look over to Vilka and I just say, if there's ever a time to lay down arms, and I get my sword, I get both of my swords and all of my sickles, and I place them to one side.
What sickles? You mean wickedly curved blades?
Sorry, my wickedly curved blades.
And I think what Nebulon will then do is he'll sort of draw a separate circle where he will then sit just on the end. He'll clutch hold of some of the remains and the mask, and he'll hold it gently in his arms, almost like a cradle. And he will begin to close his eyes, and I'll attempt to mutter the incantations in Celestial of the Sanctorum, the circle of stars druids. See if I can get that to work.
Incredible. And I'll say this, as you do, Vilka, do you join the circle or do you watch from the side?
Of course I'll join the circle.
Cool. As you all sit in the circle and watch as Nebulon completes his ritual, you watch as his skin begins to glitter, the deep sort of like a violet hue, almost like the night sky itself, and you see pinpricks of light like stars on his face and down his hands. You watch as the gathered possessions of Qyburn begin to glitter. You watch as the glitter begins to intensify and turn to a dust. Watch as the possessions turn to starlight between your eyes and float up like a single plume into the night sky. As it floats up into the air, you all look up at a starry night sky now cleared from the smoke. You see as the stardust joins the cosmos, a single bright star illuminates to the northwest, guiding star perhaps, or a simple vestige of a friend. And that's where I'll end the session.